Hello, welcome to Family Movie Night, where we'll be talking about what we watch for Family Movie Night. I'm Mike, and today we are talking about Inside Out. It's a 2015 Pixar movie. Premise of this is after young Riley is uprooted from her Midwest life and moved to San Francisco, her emotions, joy, fear, anger, disgust, and sadness conflict on how best to navigate a new city, house, and school. This one is directed by Pete Docter and Ronnie Del Cameron, and then or Carmen, I'm sorry, and then voiced by such individuals as Amy Poehler, Phyllis Smith, Bill Hader, Mindy Kaling, Lewis Black, Richard Kind, Kyle MacLachlan, and many others. So, did I like it, love it, or did thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs middle? This is an enthusiastic thumbs up for me with this, mainly because this is doing something that I don't think a whole lot of live action movies would have the guts to do, to talk about emotions in a way that people can relate to, but also can make people think and can make people understand just what others are going through. This movie, it makes you laugh, it makes you cry. This is one that Gigi, she watched this once and was like, I like it just fine, but she hasn't watched it again. But when we saw Inside Out 2, she got she got a little bit more emotional during that because she got sad at the anxiety attack. But she eventually went back to this one and she's like, "Oh, I get it now." And there's a couple things about this that get you pretty good. Like if you don't cry a little bit at either the scenes with Bing Bong, and what Bing Bong represents ultimately is that's your childhood right there, and how whenever you're a kid, a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people out there have an imaginary friend and somebody that they can talk to, somebody that they can meet, that they feel safe around, and ultimately someone that can just understand them as you're trying to figure out this confusing vastness we call life. But then the part that really gets me, and this is the thing that I take away from this and learn the most, is that you can't have joy without sadness, and how sadness isn't just for something or just for, just to make people sad and then just call it a day. Sadness is a catalyst for you to feel joy again. Like that scene where, like, this scene gets me more, where Riley comes back from the bus. She comes back home after her parents have been really worried about her, and she finally like breaks down because she misses Minnesota. And what that does is that it helps her parents to understand that, what's really been bothering her. But more importantly, it gives Riley a chance to realize that her parents are struggling too, and how it's a tough adjustment for all of them, but they'll make it through and they'll make it through together. And that huge sigh of relief that she has when she finds that comfort and from her family, it's not like anything that I've ever seen in a kids movie ever. And that could not be done without smart writing, great performances, and the music just gets you good in this. So, in addition to the performances and the emotional element, I think it's incredibly creative the way that they, tackle so many different aspects of the brain. And easy, can it be a little confusing at times? Yes, because it's not really clear about, like, are they controlling Riley? Are they just kind of like whispering in her head? It's just like, are they the train of thought? Like, I don't really understand what they do in this case, but there is something here that I just like, I really really enjoy, because the animation style is really great because it's trying a bunch of different things. It is very funny, at times. I think the dynamic between joy and sadness, they are the odd couple through and through, and what they go through in order to get back to their headquarters is really great. I don't think they do enough with Riley as a character. I think they do a lot more with Riley in Inside Out 2, but I ultimately think that at the end of the day, this movie isn't really all too interested in developing Riley as a character. It's more interested in developing the characters inside Riley's head, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I that's like one aspect of this that kind of like I don't know what they were ultimately trying to do with Riley as a character. And then the last thing I'll say about this is for all those who say that like, oh, it's a kids movie, it can't teach anything. It's like, no, that's absolutely ridiculous because kids movies can teach you a lot and they make these concepts and these big questions more palatable for kids to listen to. So Inside Out is like an enthusiastic thumbs up for me in this respect, and one that I definitely recommend when your kids are ready to check it out because it is definitely one that is worth watching so that you can talk about some of these heavier concepts with your kids. And yeah, it's just exciting, exciting stuff. But that's going to do it for this episode of Family Movie Night. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew, wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website at spdmcrew.com. Follow us on Letterboxd at MLHilty2452 and follow our list labeled Family Movie Night. Shout out to HiFlyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. Check out the other shows on our network. We've got a lot of great content, so please check out the other shows on the SPDM Crew network and support the other members of the crew. And if you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM Crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, happy watching, friends.